Hello, I'm Adrian and I'm going to demonstrate some features of the Clover Communication League Management System. In this session we're going to be looking at how to log into the site if you're a registered user. Now, there are different types of registered users. Team administrators, officials and league administrators can all log in to different parts of the site. The way they log in is the same though, and that's using a box that you'll find just here at the top of the site. The box appears on all the pages of the site if you're not logged in already. If you're a referee or a team administrator, the league will need to set you up with an account that will have a username and a password, and this will be linked either with the clubs you administer or with your referee ID in the system. If you're a league user, then someone within the league who has the access rights to create user accounts will need to set you up, and they'll need to set you up with an account and link it to the access rights you've got. Until your account has been set up, you won't be able to log into the system, but you can use the public parts of the site. Now, when your account is set up, there's the ability for the system to send you a password message. Now, the password message will come through to your email. It'll have the name of the league, your username, your password, and the address of the league website. Now, because it's an automatic email, it does look a little bit like a spam email to some systems. So if you are expecting an email, then check your spam or your junk mail folders to see if that's where it ended up. The other thing that you can do is add an email address to your address book. Now that address is leaguemanagement, all one word, at clovercommunications.co.uk. That way your computer will recognise that you want to receive email from this address. Now if you haven't received this email, then you will need to contact your league and they will be able to provide you with the details. So, now you have a username and password and also the address of the site. It's important to check you're logging into the correct website, particularly if you play or referee for teams in different leagues. The username for the password for one league is completely separate from any other leagues. Now, if you forget your password, just click the login button here and don't enter a username or password, and what it'll do is take you to this page. It says it can't find my username and password, but it is offering to email the details to me. Now, this will only work if your account has an email address linked to it and you know that email address. If you do, enter the email address here and click on email password reminder. If it matches an email address which is on the system will send you a password reminder containing your username and your password. So I'm going to enter the details that I received in my password reminder email, and I'm going to click in login. Okay, what that does is it takes me to the landing page here. Now, when you get your first password, you might find it's a pretty complex password to remember. Now, complex passwords are important to ensure that your account is protected from someone who tries to guess your password, but you might find that the system-generated password is quite difficult to remember. So the first thing I'm going to do when I log in is change my user account details. So now I've logged in successfully, the first thing I notice is that the login box has disappeared from the top hand corner and it's been replaced with my personal user menu. Now, depending on the type of access you've got, you might get different options here, but with all users you'll have this one here, the user profile option. Now if I click that, I get some options to have my name, middle name and family name or surname, my email address, a mobile, a home, a work and a fax. Now, it's important to make sure that your mobile address is in here, mobile phone number is in here, if you want the league to communicate with you using text messages. Now, below all this section, we've got the ability to change the password. Now, to do that, you need to enter your old password just to make sure that it's still you that's using the computer. Then you need to enter the new password twice. This is important to check there aren't any typos in the password you've entered. When you enter a new password, there's a password meter that shows you how strong the password is. Now, you must enter at least 6 characters, and I'll try to make sure that the password meter shows green, good or strong rating. And you'll get this if your password contains upper and lowercase letters, numbers and a special character. So I'm going to go ahead and enter my original password in here and a new password. Now it's telling me it's too short, so I'll enter a longer password. It's telling me it's not a very strong password, so I'm going to add some numbers into that and maybe a capital letter. So that goes up to good. Now if I enter that password again and click update profile, What it's told me here is that it can't do that because the two passwords I entered didn't match. You'll also get a message if you don't enter your old password correctly. Okay, so your old password could not be verified. So you need to get all of this information correct before it'll let you update your password. So if I go ahead and do that, and hopefully get both the passwords right this time, it'll say that the profile's been updated and all changes will take effect when I next log in. And I can click here to return to my home page. Now you don't need to enter in your new password just yet. The system will keep you logged in. In fact, even if you close your browser window and then come back to the site later, the system will still remember who you are, even if it's a week later, and it will log you straight back in. You don't need to enter your username and password. Now, that's great if you're using the system from your home computer, but if you're using a shared computer or a computer in an internet cafe, for example, that could be a problem because the person using the computer after you can use your account. So, if you're using a shared computer, it's important to click the logout button, which is here, and then wait to see the logout success message. Great. We've looked at logging in, what to do if you forget your password, and how to change your password to something that's a bit easier to remember. We've also looked at safely logging out when using a shared computer. Now, if you want to learn more about the features that you can access when you log in, we've other videos that cover the specific types of access for league administrators, for referees, and for team administrators. So thanks for watching. Please do have a look at our other videos covering the different aspects of the Clover Communications League Management System.